ESL 1 Cologne, and they go head-to-head with another ESL champion, a team that won the Pro League in Season 4, but have yet to go past the quarterfinals at an ESL 1. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen, to welcome C9 and Ninjas in Pajamas? Ladies and gentlemen, your second quarterfinal between Ninjas in Pajamas and Cloud9.
The reformed Ninjas in Pajamas versus Cloud9.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here the second semi-finals, NiP versus Cloud9. My name is Anders, and with me is Semler, and we're gonna take you through this incredible show. What a match it's going to be as well. NiP in the quarterfinals. That in itself is exciting, but yes, a lot can still happen. The maps are going to be interesting as well. I look forward to this a lot.
I think for both of these teams, Anders, I mean, I don't think anybody really expected NiP to be able to perform so well, going 3-0 in the groups, just battering their way through. Nobody really knows how to handle them. But then you have Cloud9, right, and how North America have performed at recent events. You never really know if they're going to make it out of the groups either. So here we have it. Two beautiful teams competing in the quarters that maybe nobody really thought that they could do it.
Yeah, 3 North American teams managed to make it through the group stage this time. That in itself is slightly outrageous, and Cloud9 have certainly been playing a lot better recently. They have a lot to show. I do think you have a fair point, though. It's true, it would have been harder for them to anti-strat NiP, considering that they don't know that much about how Res and Drake can play on this team. And NiP, on the other hand, they don't have too much best-of-3 experience on LAN and in front of this big stage with this particular lineup. So that's going to be very interesting. A lot of unknowns, and hopefully a lot of really good Counter-Strike to come. That's
the strength, and that's, you know, they call it the honeymoon period, right? When you have a new roster. I mean, not only are you trying to get together and figure out how to play as a unit, but your opponents have no idea which maps are you going to play, what's your style going to be. That was talked a little bit on the desk before getting into this, you know, anti-stratting and how you prepare for your opponent. NiP are kind of a big question mark right now. And so we're going to see just how versatile Cloud9 are. Are they able to adjust on the fly?
Obviously, the first map coming up is going to be on Train, and that's an interesting battleground for this to kick off with. Really hard to figure out exactly how to play either side of this map. I mean, sometimes you'd be very CT-sided, and sometimes the Terrace side has just a huge streak, and it still works out anyway. So I would say for these two teams, it's going to be kind of hard to call, but I really look forward to it. I want to see Skadrul back with that AWP again. I want to see him really wreak some havoc, but we'll see what can happen. I don't know if you noticed this, but sometimes when you do the pan over shot of Forest, when he's standing there, he just looks like a happy child that's just sort of, you know, I'm just in the mood. He looked laser focused in that, like when they were doing that lineup. He's like a Swedish samurai just ready to get this on the way. I mean, he's definitely prepared.
Yeah, no, I mean, even now, look, no grin from him, and you're right. He is a joker. Yeah. He likes to goof around. He likes to keep the team spirits up with some jokes and everything, and yet here he is. He just looked like he had murder in his eyes.
Yeah.
And so Cloud9 have to be a little bit worried about that, because Forrest, he's a linchpin for NiP. They rely heavily on his fragging ability, his playmaking. And so if Forrest is coming into this just dialed in, Cloud9 are going to be in for a bit of a rough time. It's going to be the sun coming out, and they will evaporate, Anders.
Well, it could be. I don't know how to call this. I mean, there's obviously the whole NiP fanboy club thing going on that you know, I sort of have to stick around with a little bit. Got to keep the memes alive, Samuel, otherwise it's just not, you know, the internet.
The 4-year-old meme.
Yeah, the 4-year-old meme. But at the same time, I've been really impressed by Cloud9. I think Stewie and Automatic is one of the most interesting and also one of the most lethal duos that we have in the game right now. They're so much fun to watch, and they play just amazing Counter-Strike. So if those two can turn up, I think NiP are also going to be in trouble. I don't know. I think this is pretty close right now between these two teams, but it'll be interesting. And they figure it out. The fact that Threat is here full time makes me think they've got a good shot.
That's a big thing to note. They actually have their coach behind them. The anti-stratter, as Freiburg put it. I mean, it's true. NiP, they don't really study their opponents too much. They focus more on their game as a team, as a unit. It's up to the coach to do the homework. And we'll see what Threat will have been able to gather over the past couple of days here, and obviously the major qualifier that happened last week, because there was an opportunity to watch Cloud9 perform there as well. Unfortunately, NiP not going to be making the major this year. So I think that was another thing coming into this. You know, you really weren't sure what to expect from NiP, considering the horrible run of form that they've had over the past several months.
Yeah, but that also means that their focus has been exclusively on this tournament, whereas Cloud9, slightly different story for them, right? They've got potentially split focus, even if they don't want that to be true. It definitely could be. I'm very excited for this particular game, and yeah, it could just be me fantasizing and dreaming myself away in Forest's eyes, but I really feel like he's got a different level of focus than what we see in some tournaments here. It'll be interesting to see how he's going to be playing in this particular game. I
just hope that the pressure doesn't affect him too much. You know, if he's sitting there thinking, man, I got to do everything here. You know, I really got to step up. If he gets too wound up, Anders, that might actually come back to haunt him though, because if things don't go right for him at the beginning of the half, it's going to be very hard for him to get his head back into the game later on in the match. So we'll see. I mean, you still have the young guns, Rez and Draken, together again.
Together again, indeed. So, do you want to make a prediction as we are just sorting out the last issues before we go live with the game? Who is going to be winning this?
NiP. It pains me to say.
The whole thing?
Oh, what? The whole tournament?
Well, I meant just the best of three.
I mean, how sick would that be? Because they won. This was their first major, NiP, when they actually won in Cologne. But that was, what, 2014. It's been 3 years now, Anders.
Listen, Freiburg and I both have NiP called as the winner of this tournament. Obviously, we have to do that. We have to.
I could see NiP making the finals, for sure. I could see NiP, if they make it through Cloud9 here, they can definitely take down Na'Vi. And so I could see them making it into, I think G2 gifted Na'Vi that quarterfinal, basically, and that Na'Vi should have lost there. But
it's part of the NiP contract when you leave the organization, Samuel. You have to cheer for them at all future events, no matter what happens. So.
Right, it's like a non-compete, basically. Yeah. You sign that, otherwise NiP, Heaton, he comes after you. He's a big guy.
Yeah, you don't want that, definitely don't want that. We'll see if they can sort out the last couple of issues, and then we should be almost ready to get into the game here on Train. If you have any friends that are not currently watching, give them a call, give them a text. This is only the second semifinals of the day, or quarterfinals, sorry. There's going to be two more as well, and they're going to be very interesting games. So, you know, just get everybody involved, get your friends in.
Just go kick his door in if he's sleeping.
Yeah, definitely do that. There is... yeah, there's a point to watching these games. You're going to learn a lot about Counter-Strike, and I think the atmosphere in the arena is so good right now that, yeah, it'll be a shame to miss it. Don't want to give this one up. I think we do have the countdown just about ready. Means they should be headed into the game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's NiP versus Cloud9 in a best-of-3 quarterfinals here at ESL 1 Cologne 2017. And let's get this game underway. NiP going to be starting on the CT side and Cloud9 on the terrorist side. And the game is live.
I like that a lot from Shroud. Just the small details that you noticed, but he was drinking coffee, right? Much better than drinking energy drinks. Because it doesn't spike it doesn't mess with your blood sugar. There's no real, like, you're not going to crash if you're just drinking straight coffee, no sugar in it. It's a much better way to just get a little bit of a jolt than to open yourself up to a big crash, a sugar dump. So I like that. That was Fnatic way back in the day. That was Fnatic who were actually the first ones to really start doing that. Stop drinking Coca-Cola, stop drinking any sweets, eating any sweets at tournaments to try and make their blood sugar a little bit more leveled out.
Let's see how this unfolds. Smoke and a diffuse kit on Get Right, just in case there's any Molotov shenanigans with. Nothing does have one, but I think it's going to be used in a different way from what we normally see. Is Get Right opening up Forest with a headshot as well, shutting down Stewie. And we're off to a blazing start here for NiP. Cloud9 now 3 versus 5. Have to find their way onto the bomb site somehow, and Forest finding yet another headshot. Exist finally goes down, jumping for the trade, and Forest picking up the kill on automatic. A ridiculous move, and he's looking for more shenanigans. Forest coming in with quad kill in the first round. Unbelievable.
Oh boy. Okay. This is the start. This is what it means when Forest isn't laughing at the beginning. More of this. More of this for Forest. Look at that last shot too. He took his time. Just made sure he was going to get the headshot.
Just performing actual parkour in the middle of the match. Just jumping through trains and making that work. That must have looked ridiculous from his point of view.
Oh, we got a technical timeout here. Sometimes, you're getting warmed up to the game, and there's just things that you don't notice until you're actually in the match. Hopefully they'll get it sorted out quick. Take a look at this. That's really good awareness. This is a smoke as well that's evaporating in front of him. Automatic, man. That's going to get you wrecked, isn't it? And this last one, it's like, there it is, the headshot. Well, Threat, you can be happy about that. They're definitely not happy about having a pause. You don't want to let Cloud9 have a moment to catch their breath in a situation like this. You want to just keep that pressure on. But that is the kind of performance that you're looking for if you're a fan of NiP and you're a fan of Forest.
It's a bit of a time for everyone to take a deep breath. We should recap that Cloud9 didn't get the bomb down. It means they're going to be buying Tech9 and Armor in the next round. It's really no surprise at all. But we'll see how that plays out. Definitely on Train, you can do a lot of damage. And for once, I want NiP to be more leaned back in their defense. If they hold close to the entrances on either A or B against Tech9s, that's an easy way to lose a round.
Absolutely. And what we've seen so far in this tournament in the past couple of months, teams have become much better at dealing with the anti-ecos, not losing to the 4 spies in the second round after winning the pistol. And so Cloud9, well, Skadoodle is going to prioritize that AWP. That's what we expect to see from him. But Shroud as well, not spending everything. A bit of a half point coming in here for Cloud9. Draken flashed out from Alley, looking for the first peek. Nothing. Wisely. This is usually nothing spot. And he's pretty clever about it. Rarely gets caught off guard.
Definitely putting pressure on Cloud9, just not knowing what's on the other side of that smoke. A lot of the map that you're sort of missing. And Draken is doing a pretty good job holding on to that. And the rest of Cloud9 just waiting and hoping that maybe there's going to be more aggressive pushes coming in somewhere. And they could pick up a kill and have NiP make them an early mistake, which right now it doesn't seem like they're doing. Again, defense is really far drawn back. It's kind of everything you'd want out of a round like this for NiP. It would have to be a miracle opening for Cloud9 to make a breakthrough in this defense.
Yeah, we're getting to that minute mark. And Automatic, he's deciding now's the time to go. Hoping to find somebody at Green Train, not going to be the case. Rez is holding around the corner. But NiP, nobody has spotted him either. You can see Rez is, I like this angle from Rez because it allows you to spot the E-box as well as next to Blue Train towards A main, where Automatic is. And so he's holding just one long line. A lot of information gained from that one position here for Rez, and we'll see if he can benefit from that. Automatic is pretty much going to walk right into him when he goes around the corner.
They really want that deagle shot. That's what this is all about right now, and just someone peek. And if they do, the whole trap is going to be sprung over at the B bomb side instead. That's where the eventual rush is going to be. One smoke and one flashbang going to be going in from Shroud. Rez gets the line. And now Exist holding here. They're trying to see if they can make their way through. He actually does get tagged in the face right away, so probably will be a bomb plant here for Cloud9, but they should not be able to hold on to it at all. NiP should have no trouble recovering this round.
Yeah, they have no utility, no Molotov on upper, and Get Right finds the headshot. Get Right with both headshots. Okay, then Get Right. Very well done. Shroud and Skadoodle doing the best they can, but it's not going to be good enough. But the big thing here is that Cloud9 get the bomb plant, and so Skadoodle will be the one who's smiling about that. Gets him $800 closer to getting that AWP in the 4th round. Or in the 3rd. Now they actually have a plant, but no, they went for the Force this round, and so
they went for the Force. I mean, if they bought in this round, it'd be pretty disappointing because that would prevent Skadoodle from getting the AWP, and we really want that. And he's certainly saving for it. It means this next round is going to be potentially even easier for NiP. No armor at all this time for Cloud9. So a bit of a casual, slow start to this game.
Still rocking the UMPs as well. I like it. Ooh, I really like this timing, though, from Cloud9. Could be the rush onto B. Exist gets that Molotov out very quickly. Shroud, looks like it's just a waterfall. Straight out from upper. Exist has to hold the line. He can't get overwhelmed, and he just stays alive long enough to make sure that Shroud kills himself throwing off the upper.
Yeah, took enough damage. Cracked his legs on impact, and Skadoodle goes down after picking up a single kill. That will make it, for anyone who is keeping account, 3 kills, I believe, in the first 3 rounds for Cloud9.
Yeah, you can see it pretty clearly right there. That's painful if you're Cloud9. It's not ideal, but with good eco management, they'll be all, hey! Shout out to Jerk. He's right there.
Yeah, I saw him being interviewed by G2 earlier as well. So yeah, we've got some well-known faces in the crowd, which is wonderful. Now this is where it gets real. This was all just fluff in the beginning. We've got a 3-0 lead for NiP, but really, this is where it matters. Cloud9 have the rifles. They got that AWP on Skadoodle. There's one on Draken as well. Let's see how this plays out. The American team, if they can fire back early on here, we've got a really interesting first half on our hands. Looks like Skadoodle isn't being given many targets, and actually, apart from Draken, who's strangely holding forward with the AWP, there's not that much aggression from NiP.
Not at all. In fact, NiP seems like perhaps they expected to have quite a bit of aggression on A early on, with 4 players ready, camping. There's the shot, and he misses the chance, Draken. Just a little bit of a scary situation there. Automatic is there to back up Skadoodle as well. Bomb has been dropped in a safe spot for Cloud9.
Goes for a bit of a peek, actually jumps up on the side of the train, which you can there. Gets taken out by Skadoodle. I almost thought he was going to go for that Guardian-style peek, where he was just moving close to the actual main entrance on top of the train, but they're down a man, and that could be a problem. Still 50 seconds on the clock here for Cloud9 to make a breakthrough. We'll see exactly where they're going to go. Looks like 3 down Ivy, which means Rez and Forrest are going to have a pretty big job on their hands. Forrest has picked up the AWP in the meantime. 40 seconds. Rez, he has really impressed us this tournament, but he only has a UMP and a flashbang. It's hard life.
Yeah, it's not much fun. He can get that flash off the train, though, but it doesn't look like he's in position to do it. And with 28 seconds left, they're cutting it a bit fine here, Cloud9. Smoke goes down. Rez goes for the flash, charging through. You're playing against NA players, Rez. They're not going to get caught by that.
Oh, they know that all too well. Now 5 versus 3. The problem is only 16 seconds left here. Cloud9, where's the bomb plant? It's coming out now, but if they lose the plant, get right, and he's just picking up a couple of kills right at the edge of the smoke. Forest is going to get taken down. 5 seconds. The bomb is being planted, and Skadoodle will follow through. Nothing with a double kill. And Cloud9 pick up the first round, making it 1-3. Now they're on the board. Now we've got a real game on our hands.
This